What is up? I just woke up, like literally 10 minutes ago. I just woke up. I had set my alarm. It did not go off. I don't know. Or maybe it did. Maybe I slept through it. I don't know. But my wife would have, you know, shoved me if my alarm was going off. But anyway, what's going on? We're with a 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. shift here on the marathon. How are you feeling, Curtis?
Marathon. Good, good. I love the Euro Boys, but they almost broke me last episode. Getting to that middle of the night stretch, and I need some energy and excitement, and they read to me for an hour and a half, and so
Yeah.
but I'm doing all right. I'm here.
So that was 3 to 5.
Yeah. For me, it would have been 2 to 4. Yeah.
2 to 4.
Yeah.
And how you doing, Tanya?
I'm doing good. I just woke up at 4 and got up, got dressed, and
Yeah.
I was listening to the end of the Euro Legions whenever I woke up, so I was able to hear the end of that, not the first of it. But yeah,
Nice.
I'm doing good this morning so far.
Curtis, is Jeremy in that group?
No, I've been sending him the links individually.
Okay,
So what he's been doing, so you're aware, he's been catching the tail end of one because he's trying to make it to every one of the live streams. So he catches the tail end of one and then the beginning of the next, and then he sleeps for 4 hours.
He's really min-maxing it, huh?
Yes. So
I guess that one stretch is like the important one, right? Like, so he's probably asleep now.
So he hit the end of mine and the beginning of Euro Legion. So he should be back at the end of yours into shooting the shelf.
Okay.
So yeah,
but he
does have the link.
I'm excited. Let's check in with the chat here. So we got a question already. 3:42 a.m.
All right.
Who do we have here? Brett. What's up, dude?
What's up, dude? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Matching me with the white headphones.
Oh, the headphones. You're like, your hair went white on us?
Yeah.
I've been up a long time, so.
Mythic Dolphins question right out of the gates here. A thinker. I didn't even go this deep with my breakdown here. I just went with what are the savings. So what is the difference from the 680 with bonus? That's the full adventure with bonus, and the the Mayor of Mythos, aside from Rick's Villain, Malignant, and Monster.
Dice.
They added there's 2 Ricks, right?
There's a second Rick's, dice bag, other ancillary game items. Lore Master, character pack. I figured it out. You get the
$200 for the villainous paladin. There's
painted minis, the unpainted minis.
Yeah, I mean, I have them here. Hang on, where are they?
Yeah, not only I think in the big one of the biggest, coolest things is the 680 set doesn't come with the unpainted minis.
Right.
So once you start adding everything in, plus get the unpainted minis,
essentially everything that did I put them in here? I didn't. Darn it. I'll pull them up. But everything from the pledge tiers, whatever you call it, the unlocks, plus a bunch of stuff from the stretch goals.
Every single possible thing in doubles of a lot.
Yeah, and everything's in there. Originally when it started, the full adventure included everything except the unpainted minis, and then those, and then everything after that was added to the Mythic all in.
Right.
So what's up, Tiffany? And then we have Brother of Bjorngar, Mecha Rekka, Drow Taylor, Sir Green Lantern, Rob Zero. That's not Rob Zamora, is it? No. Chris Collier. Chris Johnson. Freaks Figures. Ripe for Valhalla. El Tidy's here. Jay Low Fidelity. Who else? Sci-Fi George. Vice a Toy Customs. That's a play on Viceroy, I think. Or is it just Vice Toy? Probably just Vice Toy Customs. Yeah, it's early. Devoid of Logic. Oh, there's Rob. Megs, who you must have been on that. Megs, you were on the stream, right?
Yeah, she was on there.
Or she was on, yeah. William Houston, David Williams. Geez, what time is it for David? 2 a.m. now?
Would be
2 or 3
a.m.
Yeah. Your Allegiance, Dub 3.
I am Dub. I have not napped yet.
This is normally Brett getting up to go to a con time. So
this is no Brett in.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Brett and Lion.
No, you'll already be there. You'll already be there. It's 5. Who else we got here hopping in? Oz and Joe. What is up, guys?
Howdy.
If you guys haven't heard, I overslept. I literally woke up 10 minutes before. Like when I put the link in there for you guys, I was still in bed.
Oh man.
I mean, close is good enough.
Right?
Close only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and live streaming.
Look, you're doing better than I did. 3-year anniversary, and I overslept 2 hours for my own anniversary stream. Everybody else is on the stream. They're calling me, texting me, wondering where I am. You guys you're good. You're good.
I do have to say though, doing this last year for the Dragon campaign and then doing this one, this was the first time that it started getting close to the next one, and I hadn't heard from the person where I'm like, shit, I'm gonna have to create my own live stream, and I'm gonna have to do some gap coverage here. I can't have them say, hey, it wasn't so many hours straight because you guys you weren't. Yeah. I started to get nervous.
If that does tend to happen, there's a couple of us that could probably jump on and throw something together real quick.
Right. I'm like, I'm gonna start another one, and then people aren't gonna know to go to that channel.
Right. I set this up as a playlist on my channel so I can direct people to go to the playlist and just pick out where we're at. That would throw that all off.
Yeah. But we're good. Bill's here.
Yeah.
And Curtis, how did you shift everything up so that we could see? Oh no, that was the banner, wasn't it? Last night?
No, I went and created a new layout where I
can't do that right now. So Heroic Paladin, Cleric, Mini, and Standy aren't available as add-ons, so we don't know what they will be worth, but means added value in higher pledge levels. Well, we kind of know what they're worth, right? So
if you take the same price from the other ones, yeah,
$2 and $5, right? So $7.
I think he's meaning reselling them down the road.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in that case, yeah, because those are exclusive, right? So,
yeah.
Mal says, "Waking big time for Brett." Let's see here. Legion's chat just get out in time for DorkLair. Okay, so let's start from the beginning of this thing and just kind of. My idea was to run through.
Hey Bill, can I interrupt for just a second?
Yeah.
So what I've been doing tonight is any live stream I'm jumping on, I've been proselytizing the core rule book as the key thing that people that are into Legions need to at least get. Not only because you're getting a very cool book to read and get more interest and more interesting information about the world, the characters, more immersion, great pictures for people like Curtis.
Thank you, Brett. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. So what I'm doing is every live stream I'm on, I'm actually giving a core rule book out as a giveaway. So pick a hashtag, run a giveaway for a free core rule book, and I really want to get it in as many hands as possible. So every show I'm throwing one out there for a giveaway.
All right, what should we do for a hashtag here? Hashtag
wake up call.
That sounds good.
I dig it.
Hashtag wake up call. Start collecting. Okay. And I will put this up here. Hang on. Hashtag wake up call. So put that in the chat, and if you win, Brett will hit you up at the end of the years or so.
I'll mark it down, and feel free to get in touch with me in the meantime.
Yep. All right.
And if you've already ordered one through your pledge, you can still put in for this, and it makes a great gift for somebody.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I got a buddy I'm talking to like literally throughout the night. I'm like, if I can win one of these, like he's one of my gaming buddies. I was like, you in? He was like, oh yeah. And then he's like, oh crap, I better go back something though.
I was saying last night, you need one downstairs, you need one upstairs, you need one at work. You just always
one in every bathroom, just in case.
Yeah, bathroom reading.
One by the porcelain throne.
Mm-hmm. One in the car. No, don't read it.
Traffic.
Yeah, traffic.
The Mass Pike, that big parking lot.
Yes.
Please don't read and drive.
I'll wait for the Mal Kennedy audiobook.
I've already totaled one car this week, so I definitely don't need to try to read and drive. I don't need to read at all, but I definitely don't need to try to do it and drive.
That's right.
Yeah, so I need the audiobook version. Absolutely.
That looked rough.
Yeah, it was it didn't feel that bad, but yeah, it wasn't they totaled it out, so but all good. Just hit my head, nothing important. So
well, there's an airbag built in.
No airbags deployed.
No airbags?
No, I mean in your head.
Oh yeah. I no, because my vehicle sits low, and I hit a Jeep in front of me, and it had the big tire on the back, so my bumper went underneath of it, so it didn't hit the bumper at all. It hit the grill and the hood and pushed everything back up to the windshield.
Oh wow! Yeah.
So it didn't set off the airbags, but yeah. So.
Oh, Curtis.
But we're good. We're good.
Okay, so we're gonna walk through these. I kind of went through. I think I have all the numbers right this time, but I went through and added to some of these. There's actually only like 2 more that were added, but these are all of the bundles here. So we have the beginner box with the bonus. That is a $6 savings. So if you take the
big time
45 and the 99. I mean, the 45 and the 60, you get 105. So,
and we should say $6 savings over buying it separately. But if you wait till it's at retail and stuff, this is going to be even more than that.
Right. These are comparing Kickstarter price to Kickstarter price. Yep.
Right.
Okay, so there's that one. And again, like I'm on the same train as you, Brett, with like everybody should get the book. Everybody should get the core rule book. I think that is like that's like what this whole campaign is. That's what it like it's
the foundation.
Yeah. Because like they make figures all the time. This is all about the game, and that's the game. Like if you were to buy only one thing, I mean, I guess you could get the beginner box would be a great starter way to play. But like if I were only getting one singular thing from this Kickstarter, it would be the book itself.
Yep.
Okay, so then here's the $125 gamers package. I think a lot of the savings come in the it's like you're not saving a ton on figures in this Kickstarter. Like with any bundles, you're kind of everything is like you're saving on the gamer stuff. And this is a pretty good savings right here. So this is $10 off the you get both the book and and this is also the cheapest way to get the slipcase, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is not listed here because that was added later. But yeah, this is the book, the box, the extra set of dice that are exclusive, the GM screen, and then you'll have the slipcase.
House of the Blessed Bone. What a glorious sight.
I asked Jeremy on Thursday night why they're not offering the slipcase as a separate add-on, and he said they basically did it to make sure that there's to further incentivize these kinds of like bundles, to further incentivize buying the game. Although, if you're buying the slipcase, you're buying the game too, because an empty slipcase is worthless.
Yeah. And
here's a good example. You only save $1.
It's a whole dollar though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
99 cents.
Yeah.
Right. One whole dollar.
Yeah. So you get all the core figures, one of each of the core figure there. And then go ahead.
Somebody new to collecting the Legions, those 6 figures right there would be a great jumping in point.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Without a doubt, yeah.
It's just a great representation of what you can do.
Or if you just want some figures for customizing, that's a great deal right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but you're also you're getting the variety, but one thing to note is you're not really saving anything. So if you're like, I'd rather
buy
get
them individually.
5 or something, or I'd rather mix and match and do
totally
double ups.
Yeah, in addition to my, the main one, I got one of these, but then I also ordered some individual rogues and some individual the palette or the cleric and so on and so forth. Because initially I had 2 of these in my bag as extra on top of my normal pledge, and I was like, I don't know that I need an extra one of the wizard and 2 extras of the skeleton and the orc, and I'm like, so yeah, you're right. You definitely can go one at a time because the $1 it's not a big deal. So
no extra wizards. Come on.
I mean, I got 2 in my main thing, and then I've got one of these, so I'll have 3.
Okay.
I think that's good enough.
I mean,
I put in the chat the average pledge is 441. I'm not anywhere close to that, so I think I'm doing all right.
Yeah,
by the sound
we
of
aren't either.
Yeah, you're probably quadruple.
I'd like to see the math of
Yeah.
how many people offset to bring me down to.
It's a lot, Brett. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm in for 1,500, and I'm almost a little embarrassed by how much I'm spending on this. But I'm here on the screen with people who are spending way more than me, so I feel okay about it.
We're the ugly girls that you bring to the club so that you feel better about yourself.
There was one here. Oh, how about this? So I can't wait for the supplemental books. What do you guys think will be the first supplemental book, like a spell, like a book of extra spells, or a book of extra a monster book, or what do you all think?
I think we'll get adventure modules before we get world expansion packs.
I'm thinking we'll get those paper soft cover, but what do you think the next hardcover book will be?
I'm hoping that it'll be a monster manual.
Yeah.
The more variety of monsters, because I'm sure it's a very limited amount of monsters that are being presented in the core rule book.
Yeah.
And as a game master, you want to have as much variety as possible. If your characters get up to high levels, you want to have monsters that can challenge them at those higher levels and things like that. So
I thought you said all you need is Malphar demons.
I can do whatever I want. I'm just saying for your average game master, it's good to have variety in your monsters so that you can do a lot of different things. So that's what I'm hoping will be one of the earliest ones.
Recon Rage is here.
Hey.
He's probably working out, right? Is that what he's doing right now?
Right.
That would be my guess. Yeah.
Although it is
early
2 a.m. for him. Is it early or late for the West?
It's bar time.
It's 2:20 in the morning. So
yeah.
Woo.
Okay, let's keep going through these. So we have the $200 set. Now we got some save. Again, this is more like the savings feel like it's coming with you're getting $20. You're getting half price beginner box essentially with this set here. Which is, I think, there was the question that was like, how do I start this? And if I want to play with the figures, what do I need to buy to play this game for the first time if I want to get the figures? And this is the set that I think is the best for that, because you're gonna have the small standees, and then when you go into a mythic encounter, you'll have the matching figures that go with them.
Yep.
One of the things that doesn't get brought up with the beginner box that probably should is it comes with pre-generated characters. So you don't even have to understand the rules well enough to make your own characters. Yep. You can just grab the pre-gens and play right away.
Good call.
So,
yeah, it's very apt title, beginner box. It's really setting you up. This is just what you need to play.
Yeah. And it's kind of there's no other way to get the grids right now, right? The beginner box
maps,
is the only way, right? So,
right.
And that's the only way to get the module.
Yep.
This is going to be a really dumb question, but I honestly have no idea. The 7 dice, what are the different dice?
So okay. So you got your D4.
That beat me to it.
Yep. You got your D4.
Okay.
Which is, you got your D6, you got your D8, you got 2 D10s, but sometimes you get one that's a single digit and one that's a double digit for the percentile.
Percentile, yep.
Yeah, and then you have a D12 and a D20. I'm hoping that they put the D10 and the D percentile together in one figure pack of the dice pack-ins, because 7 dice, 6 figures, they have to double up on one.
I think
they would
do.
And pass the torch to Joe.
You said everything, Brett.
Oh, I thought you were raising your. Oh, you were scratching your pussy.
Your
cat.
cat. My
your
cat
cat.
is meowing. Yeah.
I thought he was raising his hand.
I didn't even see it. I was like, what is he doing?
No, geez.
I thought you were doing this, pointing at.
Oh, no. Sorry. I'll try to pet her on the other side, so my hand is gone.
Well, we know now.
Yes. I have become quite the dice goblin.
Dub says, when my wife complains about me buying, I say, at least I'm not spending as much as Brett.
I'm pretty sure
Does Brett
everybody
have a
in
tattoo on his
that.
head? Does Brett have 2 tattoos on his head, please?
No.
Okay. 2 a.m. not working out. The Hitman. This is a great jumping in point for someone like me who wants to collect Mythic Legions with all the figures dropping in the Kickstarter. What's the figures only?
Oh, good segue.
Is that next?
I think it is.
Yes. Yep. That's the full party, right? So that gets you. Well, no, this is not every figure. There's another one with that.
Yeah.
But this gets you every core character, essentially. Every, you get the 4 core heroic, and then you get an extra one of those, and then their add-on packs or their character packs to make the other version.
Once again, though, kind of like with the other one, the savings here is $6, and it's got you potentially buying stuff that you may not necessarily want or need. Like if you don't want all those extra weapons and the heads pack and stuff, you'd be better off just buying those figures separately.
Yeah. Yep.
So
this is the full adventure. This was the original, essentially the original all-in minus the heroic paladin. And then there's, oh, did I not put it in there?
No, that's the full party with the $20 book or the $20 beginner box.
Yeah.
Which is if you want the full party plus to play the actual game.
Right. Yeah, I was thinking of the wrong one.
So I would recommend that as his beginning point, and then for the Hitman, and if he wants to go deeper into the more deluxe characters or named character in the case of Rick's, then we start looking at a greater package for him.
I don't think Hitman was talking about the game. He just wanted
he
figures,
just wants
right?
just the figures. So I mean,
okay. Then there's the perfect one for him is coming up.
You could really just buy the figures individually based on the prices.
Yeah, just buy one of each.
Yeah,
unless you're wanting all the other extra stuff.
Yeah,
so.
That's the thing is like you're not going to get any aside from I feel like the Mayor of Mythos all in like. Everything is the savings is all in like getting the game. The Mayor of Mythos does have some substantial savings. Yeah. So again, this one is very similar where it's like when you spread that 15 across, I don't even remember how many figures this is, like 10, 12 figures or something. It's like $1 each, right? So,
it was an extra bag of skulls for me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I added 2 of these onto my main pledge.
Wow, it's just crazy, man. All right, so please compare adding on the 680 bonus with all stretch unlocks versus second Master of Mythos. My pledge is Master of Mythos. Is it cheaper to just add Monster, Rix, Villain, Malignant, Paladin? I think the same rule applies here. It's like, if you don't want any of the extra stuff in any of the bundles, then just add the figures separately, right? Does that make am I reading this correctly? Like,
so she would be at $875.
Yeah,
if she added those 4 things to a 680 package. Okay. A second master for another $105, you get an additional Rix, you get the bag, you get the pen, you get all the game accessories. So, Tiffany, what I would ask myself is, game accessories more important or figs and fig accessories more important?
Right. And it
kind
of runs by the same rule where it's like if you don't want the extra stuff, the extra gaming stuff, essentially.
The Necronominus dice, the bag of skulls, the orc and skull head, there's a bunch of extra stuff on top of it. It's not just the things that she has listed there. The 680 one doesn't have one of the monster creator sets. So there's a lot more in the, if that's all you want from there is the Rix, the Villain and Malignant, then get that plus the 680. But there's a lot more stuff in the major one that is not listed there.
Yeah. Hope that helps. I don't know. Tiffany, let us know.
Like stands. It's also got stands. It's got let's see, I'm trying to look at it now. It's got the orc and skull. It's got the skull bag. It's got the Necronominus dice. It's got the pin, the exclusive pin. It's got
she's bag and pen, slipcase. So again, Tiffany, it comes down to which of the accessories are most important to decide which package of additional figures to add for you.
Yeah, and some of these things. So she's saying, adding the 680 bonus plus all stretch unlocks versus a second Master of Mythos. So some of those things that are in the Master of Mythos are not available as add-ons, right? So like,
I'm looking at the 680 now. It does not have the pin. So
yeah, the 680 doesn't really have anything that was. Where is that? 590, 680. Right, it doesn't have. Yeah, it doesn't have anything.
The unpainted minis.
Yeah, the pin is being added at no cost to all full adventure combos. So it would be. I mean, it says that the pin is being added to all.
It's
full
not
adventure
pictured.
combos. It's not pictured because it wasn't unlocked at the time.
Right.
Where does this say that?
The slipcase
on the list.
Yeah, I think what you're looking at though is like the malignant paladin, the vampire lore master, the villainous paladin, the skeleton thief Rix. I mean, all of those are the Necronominous dice and the Mythic monster builder. All of those which are extra cost are not added into the 680. Right. So a lot of the other things, when you look at the stretch goals that didn't have a cost, most of those are going to be added to the 680, so she doesn't have to worry about that. But all of the extra add-ons that were not, that had a cost, all of those are not available in the 680.
Yeah, the villainous paladin also has a standee. So it's not like the figure, but the standees as well. So
yeah, so actually, so most of this stuff gets added
to the full adventure combos. Yeah.
Full adventure, and then certain conditions, like it has a beginner box, so you're gonna get like monster cards, and it has a rule book, so you're gonna get right. It does it have a rule book? The 680 does, yes. So you're gonna get the map. Yep. Okay.
The way I look at it is the 680 is the pre-unlock all in. Right. And the 985 is the post-unlock all in.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You also do you get the lore master with the 680? I don't think you do.
Nope.
You don't.
Nope.
No, lore master.
Because it was a stretch.
It was a stretch goal. So the enemy figure builder set, or the
the creature
monster builder. Yeah, monster builder, Necronominous faction dice,
Rix,
Villain
Master, Goblin. Yeah, so basically all the add-ons.
All the add-ons, yeah.
Monster pack, Rix, and 2 paladins. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you want, if you're not wanting all of the extra dice, all the lore master, all of that stuff, I mean, just get the 680 and add the pieces that you want. It's going to be cheaper. If you want everything, it's cheaper to get
the big guy.
The big guy, yeah. The mayor.
For the most part, I think if you do one of the big one, the 900 something, after that, I think you're almost better off just kind of piecemealing everything together, like just whatever you're looking for.
There's
some
exactly
savings,
what I did.
But not a bunch.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I was glad they made that, because then it made it so much easier to do my extras. So when you're looking at your extras, like, is this an extra or is this the one I needed to add to get complete with everything else, right?
Right.
So now I just know, and all my extras are truly extras that I can just tinker with as the days go by. Where were we? So here, 590 adds. So for $20. It adds a beginner box to just the figures set, or just the figures and the figure themed figure components. And again, you're saving on the game.
You're pretty much almost getting the beginner box for like $10 at that point.
That's exactly, totally. Yeah, so this was the one of the two original full adventures. This is the full adventure, and then you had the full adventure with the
Paladin
bonus, which is the paladin. And similar savings, right? Like, essentially, kind of, a cheap beginner box. Okay, and then so this is the last one, the all-in
deal of the century.
Yeah, $115 in savings. I didn't check it, but it says it on the top.
Yeah. The crazy thing also about that one, Bill, is if you take a look at that, and then if you add up what the potential retailer costs, add another 200 and something to that. So you're really getting one hell of a value now.
Yeah, totally.
Plus the exclusives.
Jeremy's did the math, and he said it's something like $250 or
something
like that.
That kind of rings a bell.
Yeah.
And that's if you get everything at retail, and then some of the stuff you're never going to see at retail. I mean, the dice that are exclusive, the pen that's exclusive, several of the things that are just exclusive to the Kickstarter, you're not going to be able to get at retail.
Well, we're also kind of in a day and age now where even if it's something that is allowed to be at retail, there's no guarantee you're going to find it at retail, right?
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
I mean, try to find some Rising Suns right now and see how that goes for you.
Shameless plug: TidyStore.com has stock of most things.
There you go, folks. Only store you need.
But yeah, when they released this this total all in, I was game before everything even became unlocked. I knew that was the quintessential all in way of the wave for this.
By the way, TidyStore.com domain is for sale right now. If anybody wants it, $7,795.
So
Yeah.
It's almost as much as Brett's pledge.
Almost.
What was it? TidyStore.com?
Yeah.
7,000 bucks. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's pretty usable, right? Like it'd be a store of organizing stuff, but okay. All right, so that's those, and then I wanted to
let me go cancel my pledge real quick.
TidyStore.com is just like
Jeremy wakes up and starts taking add-ons away. No bag of skulls, no Necronominus dice.
You like the lore master? Nope. Gotta earn it back.
Let's take that Rix out.
Not my Rix.
Oh, by the way, who won? What add-on won the thing last night, Curtis?
The creature
monster builder,
monster creator. So
nice.
Which I think is a no-brainer, because in the big one, that's the one that you would need an extra one in order to make both the Warrior and the Varg build.
Yeah.
So I think no matter what your original pledge is, I think that monster one is one that you definitely need to get an extra one of. So
yeah.
On top of it just being super awesome.
Totally. I wanted to pull this back up to remind people that we have a hashtag going on. This is for Brett is giving away a core rulebook. So you'll contact Brett. He'll take your name down. You're giving away a bunch of these. You're giving away one on each stream, right?
Yep.
And then when the campaign ships, he'll send out your book.
Or I'll hand deliver an autographed copy at a con on the Northeast.
There you go. That works even better.
All right, let's check in on the thing.
And again, folks, even if you've already pledged, you got the rule book, if you're going to get one, it's a really great gift to give to somebody else.
Sure is.
That first hit's always free.
Did they say how
that
much?
Mythic?
Did they say how much the core rulebook is going to be at retail? Is it going to be 40 or is it going to be like 50 or something?
I would imagine it's going to be 50, which would be on par with most RPG hardback books.
Yeah. All right, so it's at 1.3 million, and this thing's going to start cranking.
And we've added a couple more backers, so
yeah. Right. We were all watching when it clicked over to $3,000.
Yep.
It's nice to see a steady stream of backers in addition to $2.
Yeah, I was looking at some other campaigns, and it really is like the last day. Like a lot of new backers tend to hop on these things on the last day.
Hey, we don't care if they wear clothes. They can back however they want. They want to be naked, they can do that. So.
As long as they back before 9.
There you go.
Look at the pictures for Curtis.
Don't play Kickstarter chicken like Jeremy says. So
I got to agree with this one. It's kind of a no-brainer, really, because again, after 9 o'clock, if you choose to be a late backer, all of this stuff is going to go up in price.
Yeah.
You're going to pay that retail price. So if you really want the savings, go for it now.
And the pay in 3 option is very convenient.
That's actually what's made me do my most adjustment, like within the last 8 hours.
Yeah.
Each stream I've been going through and kind of readjusting and adjusting a little bit. Because I'm like, well, if I'm doing that,
$10 more a month,
and I budgeted myself this much, expecting to pay it all at once. But if I do the pay in 3, I can squeeze another figure in here, like this guy right here, the heroic paladin.
This is my like extras guy, like where I'm like the what I'm getting the most of.
Well, Joe got me with this guy earlier because he was talking about taking the elf head off the rogue, and he mentioned like putting it on this body, and I was like, "Oh crap, that does look really," It's like, all right, let me go adjust. I'm gonna add this one.
Well, Paladin's a charisma-based class, so
he's got that riz, that's for sure.
Yeah, that elf rogue has the square jaw and the elven features and just looks like a very charismatic character. The long blonde locks. He's like, I am Fabio the Paladin. And
oh my God, I just realized where Riz came from in that slang.
Oh yeah, that's
my God. Riz charisma. Oh God.
Most of the kids that say it have no idea what the actual word it's from.
My girls, God bless them, never got into that. What was it? Toilet talk? No.
Skibbity toilet?
Brain rot. Brain rot. My girls never got into it. Thank God.
All right, so let's kind of go through some of this stuff. Actually, let's do this. Let's go around and everybody pick one figure. So not the book, not the game or anything like that, but one figure. It's probably going to be the monster for a lot of people, but like one figure that you would get if you could only get one of all. Let's find the one that's got them all on there. That's this one.
Get the Big Daddy or that one. Yeah, that one will work.
This one. Okay. So you can only get one figure starting with Tanya. What's it going to be?
Oh, Wizard.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she's amazing. Let me take that back. If I had been able to get the San Diego Comic-Con Paladin Cleric previously, I would say the Wizard, no doubt, because she is lovely. But the fact that I waited for this Kickstarter to get that stinking Paladin, and, what told Kevin that, we got to get on there immediately and get it because he was in limited quantities. I was like, I got to have that one. I've got to have that Paladin because he's so freaking cool. I am really glad that I got that the paladin opened up, he's not limited. You can get as many as you want. But if I just had to get one, if I could not get anything else, I love that wizard. I think that the way that they did the soft goods that are not soft goods, how they look, how the everything about her, I love her. I'm going to choose the wizard.
I love the color of the leather on that figure.
Yeah. It's gorgeous.
I wish it was 1.0.
I will say for pop and swap ability, the fact that she's not 1.0 doesn't give you a whole lot of choices as far
just
as
the goblin.
Right. As far as all of the pop and swap ability that you have here, there's just not a whole lot for her unless you have other 2.0 figures outside of the Kickstarter. So for that purpose,
luckily we get that beautiful blonde elf in the heads pack to diversify the Aqua sisters.
Mm-hmm.
But I do love the wizard. I think she is a great figure. I think what they have done with her as far as color, as far as look, and again, even though you're not getting soft goods with her, the way that they've made those that should be soft goods look, I mean, in person, she's gorgeous. So I would get the wizard.
You can swap her with the goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were saying that. That's about it.
Yeah.
But there's also the druid pack. So you get the other. There actually is 3, different heads in this set for it.
And I will say
the triplets.
The druid head, that when I saw the photo of the druid head, I was like, well, that's interesting. I mean, really? That's the color they chose? But when you see that druid head in person, I mean, it is phenomenal. The color way that the color of her hair, the way that she looks on that body is amazing.
It just works.
Yeah, and you don't really see it until you see it in person. I mean, it almost, it looks strange to me in pictures, but seeing it in person is unfreaking believable. She is gorgeous. But it just stands out. I love the druid pack a lot more now that I've seen it in person. Yeah, I know that Gina too, man. Gina loves that druid. I think that's going to be her favorite, probably, what she's going to play.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, Curtis, if you had to pick one figure, now the goblin's not on here, but... Oh, no, it is on here. They finally added it. Cool. One figure. You could... Everything is... you're not getting anything. You can only get one figure. What would it be?
And I can only get one of that figure?
Yes.
If it's just one figure and that's all I can get, I'm getting the villainous paladin cleric. I know I was just saying this on the Euro Legions, and for some reason there's some people that maybe aren't that high on this thing, but I'm telling you, when you see this thing in person, it's going to blow you away. It's one of those that, pictures are one thing, but seeing it in person is completely different, and it's absolutely amazing. Those soft goods, the metallic and the blue, the leather, it is an absolutely amazing figure. So if I could only get one figure, it would be this one.
I don't know how, Curtis, but it looked better in Atlanta than it did in Muskegon.
That's okay.
It did. And it was beautiful in Muskegon, but it looked even better in Atlanta.
Blame the lighting.
They must have changed it between the two cons, I'm sure. I'm sure they would added some extra flair. So,
and Curtis, I'm with you. I was looking at this and I'm like, what would it be? And I was kind of like, oh, the elf rogue, because it's got the new head. And there's other things with new heads, but just, for some reason, that's probably my favorite of the new heads. But then I was like, well, the paladin cleric's got that head essentially, right? That's the same head.
Yep.
So yeah, that's the one I would probably get, because it's just such a better set. Colors I don't really have a lot of in the collection too. I do have a lot of colors like the rogue in the collection. Especially like the cloth, like black cloth, like that's been done a bunch. Okay, so next up is Brett.
I'm really excited for the 3 different colors of the soft goods, so I can do Mortal Kombat tributes. Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Reptile. 1 figure, Rick's. It's the knees.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's the bone knees. It is absolutely 100% for me the missing part.
And did they say that that Rick's and the Skeleton Fighter are all the standard?
Yes,
as standard as they get, but all that
correct
bone color. Yeah.
Yep, and the heads, the skull bags.
Yep. Cool. Joe.
I'm gonna go Malignant Paladin Cleric.
He's so adorable.
The fact that they left the soft goods full sized, it looks like he stole someone else's clothes to wear. The way it's all wrinkled and everything on him, I freaking love that.
And he's got that grin.
Yeah, that head with the helmet. The fact that there's a goblin cleric, like I want to role play that now. I want to be a priest, a goblin priest. Be like, have you heard the good word of Gob? I think would just be a blast to play. The Malignant Paladin Cleric is probably my favorite out of the whole thing.
Schmerbs.
I will never hang my clothes out to dry. I'm going to be paranoid about a little snag running up and stealing my stuff. So he can have a nice dress to the dance or something. No.
Well, that helmet with the visor, I actually customized a swig head to fit with that helmet, for one of my 1,000 Swigs customs. And I think that is just a neat idea.
So you do the pegs in the visor kind of reach back to the holes in the helmet? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's the whole helmet. I think that head is keyed for that helmet.
Oh.
So, which I had a spare swig thwick, excuse me. I had a spare thwick and I gave it away. I would have kept it if I had known.
Because that's this thwick helmet with the horns pulled out and the skeleton visor stuck in. You can see that it's not exactly perfect.
Yeah, it's a little gap there, but yeah.
But it
looks like he picked something up off the battlefield.
Yep.
Cobbled
it together.
Let me put it on. Total goblin behavior.
We had a phrase, beat it to fit and paint it to match.
Pretty great paint job on the
and
stuff.
I'm looking forward to having a build like that and one with the ponytail guy.
Yeah, and it's just like I know we're getting the goblin set, but it doesn't have really like the armored, right? Like, doesn't it have other parts like bare arms and stuff? Does it have a full armored body, like a full classic armored goblin body under there?
I don't think so.
One of them is a rush to the Mythic checklist.
Yeah. One of them is a 1.0 body, right?
Yep.
So
yeah, and then the other one is. Oh, I guess it sort of does, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of armored.
Yeah, it's kind of full armored body. Okay.
All right.
I don't know. It's just exciting to get again the Malignancy 2-pack, and then again you'll have spare part, like a lot of goblin parts with this goblin cleric. Make yourself a nice little set of goblins very quickly, and a lot of really fun swappable parts.
Yeah. I'm looking at this whole thing as a reinforcement / fodder wave with a kick-ass game to go along with it.
And then on the flip side of it, it's just a really good introduction to Mythic Legends figures and collecting for.
Can you imagine if you came in and this is the first thing you saw from this line was this?
And they're $30. Like, it's,
they
almost
got
like
me
spoiled.
at the right time. They got me with Necronominus. So
ditto.
that just makes me still want to buy more of this, though, because it's like I got all these skeletons now, but I need more stuff for them to fight.
So Oz, what is your pick here?
I've been saying it from the start with this. Like, got to go with that the Yagwalian Ranger, because oh man, Elder Scrolls. I always play a Khajiit, kind of archer or assassin, and that literally is what this is. And I absolutely love that new head with that grin.
Yeah. Can we take a moment to talk about how beautiful that Patrick Boyle inspired wood bow looks?
Right, that I love too, because I got like one of the light brown ones from the War of the Aetherblade pack, but this is just deep and rich, and man,
look at the detail on that leather,
right? Yeah, hands down, this is it.
Value proposition. This is one of the best character packs going. Everything is super useful.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely love this. And if I want to make them a little bit darker too, it's like, I still got the head and the tail from the original heads pack. So, I don't have to stick with this, but I love just that wide toothy grin. Like it's, hey, you should smile more. And then it smiles and said, oh, never mind. Don't do that.
Yeah, we'll see that head again. I bet we'll see.
Oh yeah.
I want a snow leopard
heads pack, and it'll be like an alternate color to match one of the previous ones too.
A snow leopard or a white tiger would be divine. With especially blue eyes.
All that horror of Eindsmall stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's getting spicy now.
Ooh. Northern Jaguarian.
Right?
All right.
Calm down, Bodvar. You're still my favorite toy.
Okay, so that covers all those. Let me pull this back up again. Giveaway tool. Oh, we're up to 50 here.
Nice.
Maybe we should spin it at the hour. We'll spin it at 6 o'clock.
Ooh.
Woohoo. Yeah, 100 people at 5:50 a.m.
That's one of the fun parts about all throughout tonight is that it's really stayed consistent and steady, and seeing everybody's names in the chat still, like some people have been here since Let's Go Off-World and are still here through this. Look, we're having fun kind of being a little bit entertaining, but you guys at home, you don't have to worry about staying awake. So the fact that you managed to stay awake with us this long, well, I mean, I'm sure you're just tired of seeing me, Curtis, Joe, and Brett on all the streams, but
nobody gets tired of us.
That's true. Yeah. They don't.
Yeah. Curtis is actually making bacon right now.
I ate a burrito during Euro Legions.
It's funny. The whole time Euro Legions was on, I was outside, like, all right, I can finally get my nicotine levels back up again, and I should have made a pot of coffee during that time, and I was like, oh crap. So it's all right.
That was my plan. I was going to get up at 4, and I was going to make coffee, and then I woke up at 4:50, and I had to just run downstairs. Greg's here. I didn't see Greg earlier. What's up, Greg? And Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Eat shit, Sonic.
Oh.
And Ryan too.
Hey.
They'll have their 3 o'clock is the Saturday Day Live show, I believe. I should actually pull that up. Let me see if I can find.
Right. We should still be sharing that schedule. Mm-hmm. Oh, and the phone number. You guys got to be calling in on the hotline. We've got operators standing by waiting for your call to take your pledges.
Yeah, let me pull up my thing from the other day, right? Slides.
Meg said she's making a chocolate Easter cake.
Now everybody's just trying to get me hungry.
I know.
I got tamales and rellenos in the fridge.
Oh, actually, it's 6 o'clock now on the East Coast. That means there's a Dunkin' by me that's opened up, waiting for my DoorDash.
People are
donut holes.
We're gonna start rationalizing cracking a beer at this point, I think. It's still nighttime, technically. I haven't gone to bed yet.
Look, once upon a time, 15 years ago, when I was still drinking pretty heavy, I rolled into my house at like it was about 4 a.m. and I was loading beers up. I just got home with a case of beer back from the bar, and I was loading up the fridge with it. And one of my roommates came down to get a glass of water, and I just cracked open a beer and started drinking this. So are you drinking a beer at 5 in the morning? And I said, no, I'm drinking a beer at 4 in the morning. Very matter of fact.
Yeah. So I lived in Wisconsin for 20 years, and drinking is a big part of Wisconsin culture. And you'd go out to the bars on Friday night. They'd close at 2:30. You'd go to somebody's house for an after bar till 7 when the next bars opened up for the third shift people. So it was just bar, house party, bar. And there was one bar in Madison that was called Smut and Eggs. And they used to play smut and serve eggs at a bar, and you could get breakfast. And I would get Cocoa Puffs with Guinness.
That sounds delicious.
Actually, I was going to say that doesn't sound bad at all. It actually sounds pretty good.
We were a like a woods party kind of town. We had a lot of land, a lot of forests, and a lot of farm areas where we would kind of everybody would drive their cars out into somewhere.
Party at the Moon Tower, Days of Confused.
Yeah. Pallet fires and kegs, and man, we would just unless obviously they got broken up by cops quite a bit, and then our rendezvous was McDonald's of all places. But when it didn't get broken up, I mean, we would party till 1, 2 a.m. and then obviously kegs run dry and whatnot. We would go back to my buddy's house, and it's like 2 a.m. and we'd still be like, let's go hang out. We'd still be just hanging out. We'd play Magic. We'd do other things, and just like, I don't know how the hell we would go to school the next day, because these were like Wednesday nights and shit. Like,
we didn't.
At least we waited till weekends.
We were young. We didn't. I used to do that like all the time. There was no such thing as sleep up until I hit like 35.
David, sounds like it's Wisconsin people that moved down to Tucson. Beer-soaked brats is so Wisconsin.
All right, so let's go through the rest of today. So we're going to end at 7. We got about an hour left. And then 7 to 9, Shooting the Shelf. 9 to 11, Legion's Ladies. 11 to 1, My Wife is Going to Kill Me. 1 to 3, New to Mythics. 3 to 5, Saturday Day Live. 5 to 7, Latin Legions. 7 to 9, Legion's Lounge. That gets us to the end of the Kickstarter. And then the after party shows, you have 9 to 11, Purple Gang Gang, which is a lot. It's cool because a lot of these are on their regular slots, right? PGG would be that time anyways. Saturday Day Live would be that time anyways. New to Mythics, roughly around that time, right? And then 11 to 1 a.m. Oz. I don't know how you're going to do it, man.
It's the king of Saturday nights. Normally we go live at 10 and then we stream until 7. The only difference is I'll have been streaming since 9 last.
Exactly.
And a full day of work prior to that with no sleep in between. Whatever. That's Easter Sunday. I will just sleep through it and, then hopefully wake up Monday for work.
I'm really looking forward to the Purple Gang Gang and the actual studio folks all joining in and just listening to them and soaking in their achievement. And so, yeah.
It's so wild. So wild what's going on right now.
Yeah.
All right, so it is now 6. So let's pull this down.
No whammy, no whammy.
There's no whammies. Come on, everybody's a win. All right, here we go. 63 entries, which is a solid number because it's usually about half.
6 o'clock in the morning.
Well over half. Yeah.
6 more people, just 6 more. Giggity.
Giggity.
64. All right, I think it's pretty much maxed out. 3, 2, 1. Let's see who it's gonna be.
Let's go.
Van won the other night on.
Yeah, he did.
On my show, Andrew Strobel. Congrats, Andrew.
Nice.
So, Brett, how is he getting a hold of you?
My Instagram accounts are in my little name thingy. Either one. The Tiny by Tidy is the one that's more active. I'm also taking down your name so that if I need to get a hold of you, I'll figure a way. But that'll be best, and we'll figure a way to get that to you as soon as it's hold on.
And if you don't have Instagram or any of that stuff, just email me at podcast@dorklair.com.
Thanks, Bill.
It's down in the description below. Like, worst case scenario, just email me and I'll forward your info to Brad and get you in touch. Okay, that's done. Remove that. Pull this back up.
I'm curious to find out, as people have won these throughout the night, how many people already either backed it or now because they won a free one, are they adjusting the backing?
Well, let's ask our current winner what his current plans are and what his future plans are. If Andrew is willing to share. Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, he's there. Let us know. What's your current backing?
Yeah, we were lucky with the Legion's Ladies Live at 9 because normally we go live at 9 with Mod Squad. So we're painting at 9 a.m. So that worked out well.
I've been painting a little bit more lately. I've been painting Glyos figures and just really enjoying it.
Well, I will say that several that you painted and customized last year are phenomenal.
Thank you. Last year was I did the Rhaegar tribute for Larry.
That was awesome.
The purple tusk with the bunny head.
Bunny head, yeah. Phenomenal. They look so
the reason
good.
why I've been doing more Glyos is project size.
Yeah.
It's more digestible. It's less over. It's sometimes it's so much work. Because I always start with fully disassembling the figure, and then putting each piece on, on a clip. And I that's how I prime everything is I break it all the way down.
Yeah.
So it's kind of labor intensive. I should do more where I just add details to a color that's already there, but I don't know. I really like getting it down to that primed color and then building it back up.
Do you extract the joints?
No, I don't go that far. No. So I do get joint, I don't really get crazy with the joints and stuff.
Looks like Andrew's back in the full adventure. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So an extra book.
Yeah. Make it a good gift for somebody else. Get them involved. Get them into the game.
Yep. Or like I said before, you got your upstairs book, your downstairs.
I love that idea.
Work book.
One in every bathroom. Got to have your reading literature. You're going to be.
You got to have one sealed, right? You got to keep one sealed.
Oh yeah, there you go.
One save one to get autographed at Legion's Con.
Yep. That's actually kind of what I did with the first 10 years book. I bought 2 because I'm going to have one that's probably just going to sit on my floor or just I'm going to have it always open and just referencing it and just beating it up. And then one to just have on my shelf that's still in nice condition.
It's a hard copy of Source Horseman at my fingertips.
Right? Like if I'm doing pop and swaps, like I don't have to even open up my computer. I can just like flip through and look for like ideas, you know?
Well, like Curtis was saying before, that we need to get an option for the book where they got a chain attached to that one that we can carry it around.
Like,
you know,
a cleric.
I will run around and start talking people's ears off about everything in the book. I'll be like, let's go.
I might even start reading.
Yeah, I told Curtis he needed to do a book of all of his ones that he's pulled apart, you know, the upper view, so you can see all the different parts in each one.
Ooh, yeah.
So you have a book of all the different parts and pieces for customizers. I think that would
be very
awesome.
least a blog or like just like a web page that has all those photos would be cool.
The Cabal.
Yep.
Yeah, but you know, look at searching for it. You know, it's. I know. Are they all pinned? Are they all pinned?
There's an album in
There's
the
an
Cabal
album.
that has all of them.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
Bill, Sci-Fi George said, slightly off topic, but will the Koi Warrior be available for those that can't make it to events? So it's going to be on the Koi has already been said that it will be on the in stock sale
This month
at the end of April.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we're in April now.
Yeah,
I know,
the end of
right?
April, after the Kickstarter goes, after the Kickstarter finishes, they're going to do an in-stock sale at Store Horseman. You can go, and the Koi will be available there.
Hey, Bill, look out your window.
There's also a Koi available in my mystery wheel that goes up on Sunday morning. So,
Ooh.
There you go.
The sun's coming up, Bill.
Oh, that means that Mr. Allen's got to hurry and get back to his casket.
Oh no! He said.
Did you see his couch?
Yeah.
I forget what he posted recently, like a haul or something in his couch. I was like, that is the exact couch that I would imagine is in Mr. Allen's house. Like it's like exactly what in my mind's eye.
So
it was like Victorian.
He had mentioned, I think at the end of Legion's Lair, that it was now the sun was coming up in Italy and it was time for him to go to bed.
Yeah, he keeps.
Yeah, on his show, he admitted that he's afraid of the sun, which I mean, we all knew. Come on, we knew.
Speaking of celestial bodies, have you guys been following the Artemis 2?
The pictures are unreal.
Legion's related, right? I know, right? It's crazy. There's a website where you can just see where it is. It's like halfway to the moon right now.
That is so rad.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. I did see that they already had one issue. Like he had was it two outlooks and he couldn't access either one. So they had to patch in remotely.
Oh,
so I guess at that distance, that is the best way to communicate is through email still.
Right.
I guess I should put in for one of these. I should put in for one of these core rule books that Brett's given away so that I can explode it.
Warm up the binding glue.
Yeah.
Rip it page after page. How many?
You'd have to like. You'd have
300
to lay it out
plus.
on like a tennis court or something. Like,
yeah.
Got them all.
Curtis is over there. Challenge accepted.
I really love the texture in the binding. It's really good.
How does it feel against your lips, Curtis?
Yeah.
you'll have to do
ribbons running.
You'd have to do 2 books as well because you'd have to have each side of the page, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Unless he's really good with an X-Acto knife.
They left
There was
us
some-
in
the
charge
hotline,
of
that's
running a
what it was.
marathon.
So for those who maybe have hopped on this morning and weren't following along over the night, there's a hotline here that you can call. I highly recommend calling it. And you'll hear some interesting messages, and you can leave a message. Have have they been sending those messages to someone, or?
I haven't gotten any of the messages, but I know they've changed the recording at different times throughout the live streams.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. So give it a call. Check it out.
It's great to see how the format of this has evolved already since last year's Bayathir telethon. Just one message the whole day through, and like the evolution of how we're doing these is growing the more we're experienced with them now.
I did have somebody reach out to another one next year. I don't want them to do another one next year.
I had somebody reach out to me and say, "What happens if I call this number?" I'm like, "Call it and find out."
Like, look,
I'm not going to ask you for a credit card number. It's not going to cost you $1.99 a minute.
I don't know. Does 1-800-COLLECT still work? Have them call collect, and if they don't trust it, fine.
They don't call you back, that's for sure, and they don't text you.
This much I'll say is that it's a Google number. You're going to call it and a message will play, and you could leave a message if you want. That's what it is. Like, it's not
right.
It's all fun.
Yeah. It's just fun stuff.
It's a bunch of nerds geeking out over things we all love.
And it's not a true hotline. Like, you're not going to, there's no way to, I wish.
Although that would be funny if Jeremy would answer the one call and says, "Hi, this is Jeremy Gerard, Director of Sales and Marketing, Four Horsemen Studios.
They should have had your pledge. Yeah.
Can I take your pledge today?"
Yeah.
Why is it not the Mayor or Mythic Master?
Exactly.
Oh, you want two? Let me sign you up for those.
Brent, I told you to stop calling here.
Sorry, Oz. They took it all. They took all my money back on March 2nd, and I've just been adjusting the buckets since. But yeah, I threw the max in. That would get me to my ultimate max, including tax, and I put that money into its own savings account, and it has now made $32. So I got a free figure. Yes. So for anybody out there that says put your money into a savings account, and by the time the figures show up, you'll be making money. No, it's not true. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, Bill.
Here, so how many times have you guys adjusted? You can go into your email and you can search "confirmed you've adjusted," and they'll be all in order.
Oh,
how many times have you guys adjusted your thing?
14.
What you have on screen is probably my last 8 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say, since this has started, probably about the same. But I did 2 adjustments earlier in the week too.
Mm-hmm.
Because then they went and they unlocked everything.
Yeah.
That's why I was happy. I put in my max, and all I had to do was shuffle the buckets because I had a large chunk sitting in bonus pledge for a while to help drive early numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Darla's awake.
Hey.
And it's funny because I did that too. I put in my what I thought was my max, and then my max went up by at least 50% more later on. All right. Let's check in with the chat here.
So I got a text from Darla, and it says, "The smell of bacon wafted into my dreams."
it's like Looney Tunes or whatever, where the person's floating on the smell, the aroma.
Why don't we have smell-o-vision right now?
Oh man, I wished.
Damn it! I don't have bacon. Oh,
Bill, you're not lying. Mine definitely looks a lot like yours just did.
Yeah, I had 10, and I'll go in one more time. I think I'm good to go, but I will go in one more time, after this, and I'll be taking a look at it. But
well, as people have brought up stuff and mentioned things as we've been going along through tonight, it's really hard for me not to adjust exactly what it is that I have in there, because again, things make more sense to me that I didn't really think about before. So I'm sure I'm not done yet.
As long as it stays at 4 digits for me and doesn't go to 5.
Good Lord.
I'm good.
Well, we still all got to see what happens at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if we get over 1,000 or 1,500,000 and they add another stretch goal or another figure, my pledge is going to go up.
I think we'd have to hit that 1.5 in the next 40 minutes for that to be a consideration, Joe.
Well,
I think that they already have something planned.
Yeah, I think they could already have something at the ready. And then if it hits, like even in the last couple of hours, if it hits 1.5 and if it's cranking still, like I guess it'll depend on how fast it's moving. But if it hits 1.5 and it's cranking and it has a shot at hitting 1.75 or something like that, then I could see it happening.
Well, all I heard all weekend from Cookie was no more skews, Lynn. No more skews, Lynn.
But they may have that skew already factored in.
Right? Just no more.
But do you know how much of a wrench that would throw into my carefully laid plans if they added one more thing?
I don't
know how long it took me to perfect what I've got coming.
I don't believe your plans are carefully laid. I think they adjust every time you see bones. So.
It's true. You just got to lift up a little skin there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
God, if they do another skeleton.
I think I remember Jeremy saying something about, wait until we get to the end because we've got something pretty major coming. And then when they announced the goblin, I was like, I'm not sure that's what Jeremy was talking about.
Right.
I don't know if you remember.
There may be something new.
If you remember, Rick's was originally the 1.5 million.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
And then he was pulled down as a surprise. Hey, 2,000 backers. Here you go.
Right.
So that's when the Goblin was a not part of the original playbook, I don't think.
Yeah. That
sounds about right. Especially when he was talking about how like Joe V was painting cloth goods.
Yeah, right.
Like okay, that makes it kind of sound like that was added very recently.
Well, that's why they have that metallic look to the blue on the soft goods, is because he's painting over the gold.
Yeah,
right.
Which
well, hopefully
really
it comes out just as cool.
Yeah.
Vandal says I started with $400 on my pledge. After 7 changes, it grew a comma.
Mine hasn't gotten that bad yet, but man.
By the way, speaking of cloth goods.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
This is I still have this kit bash.
I love the way that black and gold plays off of the green.
Yeah.
It's a perfect contrasting.
So
yeah.
I like the Dragaseer head.
Yeah, the Dragaseer head with the just straight up with the heroic palette and cloth goods is awesome. This is still just on my desk, but I wanted to point out that I do have the review up of the Highlands Warrior, which is an awesome figure. Came out great.
Mm-hmm.
And these cloth goods
I really like that review,
really
Bill.
cool.
It was good.
Thank you.
Boy, he would have really gone well with a redheaded lady with some face paint.
I know, don't you think? Oh, wait, we're getting the character packs.
Officially licensed.
We are.
Yes, we are.
Hey.
I saw a toy company advertising an orc set, and they were calling it their Orc Legions, and I was thinking, there might need to be a cease and desist there.
Go buy the officially licensed product here. What a headache.
Bill took one for the team on that one.
I apparently I was part of the team on that one because they thought I was going to be able to somehow end that. I don't know.
Next time, just send them the money that they're asking for, Bill.
God. Pay these these licensing fees. Come on.
Yeah,
I will say when they did release the photos for the character pack with the red hair and the face paint, and then they put the Nieve head in there with the green, and everybody's like, is that a new head? Is that I mean, she looks so different.
I think a big part of it was we didn't have Nive in hand yet, and just not thinking about that hairstyle. But I thought the same thing. I was like, is that a new head? New head?
Yeah.
That happens to me a lot where until I get it in hand, I don't recognize it sometimes, with these figures where it's like, is that something I've seen before? Is that new? And because it's like you said, things get transformed when they're painted up differently.
Right. Yeah. And that her face paint along with the hair color, like I was like, oh, Nieve's new head, because I mean, I loved it. So I was excited to see it, and then everybody was like, is that a new head? And I'm like, I know. But they look great together. It's a great combo. I'm glad they have already announced it, so we know it's coming and have an idea when it's going to get here.
And that head pack is a reminder to like, don't expect much of a downtime this year, right? Because I mean, we're going to have that in stock sale later this month. We're going to have another cosmic wave. Like, it's going to be another crazy year of stuff.
It is.
Just saying, we haven't had downtime for well over a year at this point. It feels like. I'm not mad.
Yeah, between pre-orders, between drops, in stock sales, and just stuff shipping, it's nonstop. And that's why it's like, for people who feel, a 2-year wait for a pre-order, like, there's always something drop in. Like, there might be something in stock drop in. There's always something out there that's like exciting that'll keep you busy while you're waiting for that stuff to come.
Well, and the other thing is,
go ahead, Tony. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, one of the things that I like about, the pre-order and then the waiting is we may be 1.5 years, 2 years out, but I'm getting figures on my doorstep that I don't have to pay for right now because they're already paid for. We've got new stuff coming and it's in my hand and I'm looking at it and loving it. And, just got notification of Ox Crew coming on Monday, and I'm like, yes, new figures, and I've already paid for them, so it's not more money out of my pocket right now.
Right. I forget who, when first getting into collecting Legions, whether it was Jesse, it may have even been Curtis or Sean, said like, once you're in the rhythm, there doesn't feel like there's a wait.
Pre-order train. Choo choo.
Exactly. Yeah. Once it starts coming, you're getting,
Yeah, packages just show up and you're like, what did I buy myself now?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, past me.
Yeah.
I do really like knowing, like, so they do a pre-order and you have a month usually around, and you spend that month potentially budgeting and figuring out, and then you pay it. And then there's no like, oh, all of a sudden all this stuff is shipping, I got to pay for it. Like it's a very, budget managing kind of thing. It's obviously it's like expensive, but like figuring out when you're going to spend your money is actually very good with Legions for the most part.
I do that mail call with Blake every Friday, and I'll have, 5 to 10 packages to open. And every time one comes in, I'll be like, what's this one? No clue. I have no idea. I don't know when I ordered it. I don't know who I ordered it from. It's a box. And that's when people are seeing it for the first time on mail call, I'm seeing it for the first time too. I have no idea. So, but that's she's still every single box comes in. What's this one? No clue. No clue. So we'll find out Friday.
Right. Like,
yeah. We got a question from Ryan here, and I wanted to pull up. Neve. and then just to kind of confirm that they're the same. Where'd it go? Okay, so here's Neve, and then here's this one. So I don't have them side by side, but just going back and forth.
So the braids that you're seeing there in the back, because there's no body, that it's in the back. Or,
right.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
So it is the same.
Let me go back to this one.
Now I'm just thinking about how good that head might look on the wizard.
Which head?
So you see the braids.
Yeah, hang on a second.
You see the braids in the front, and then you see the braids in the back.
Yeah.
So you're seeing the braids that are in the front and in the back.
That's the difference there.
So what you think of it as being a different head, it's not.
Why are people so obsessed with getting her pupils? Have you guys noticed that?
Yeah.
I have seen that.
It wasn't like one or two people. It's like several people. Like, and I'm like, I mean, that's fine. You do what you want, but it almost as if like there's a general consensus that it wasn't finished, you know? And I'm like, I like the way that her eyes are.
And I think it's
right.
You're changing it to something that's not an elf. You're turning it in, like, I mean, like at least mythos lore, all the elves have the solid eyes. So like, I think it's cool to. The thing is, she has elf ears, right? Like, so if you give it human eyes, it doesn't make it a human. Like, I don't know. I guess that's kind of like what I'm wondering is, you know, but yeah, I guess in your mind, maybe your own elves have pupils.
I mean, the paint jobs look great, and I just don't. And normally I will see like one of those, and I'll be like, oh, that's cool. But I've seen like, I don't know, probably like 10. I'm like, I don't know why a lot of people are feeling the need to do this. So.
No, I think she looks great even without the pupils. Like you said, she is supposed to be an elf, and none of my other elves have pupils, really. So
I think all the elves have solid eyes.
Artemis 1, didn't she have pupils?
Who?
Artemis 1.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't know.
And I know the females around here somewhere, but yeah, I mean, I don't need no stinking pupils.
So Artemis 1 would be. It's so funny seeing Advent of Decay in like the top, like 10th of the list. You know.
Yeah, she does.
Well, they're at 3,025 backers, 1,336. Now we're still chugging.
If we hit 14 more thousand by the end of the stream, I'll give away a legendary warrior.
So entering to win that.
If you hit what is it?
1,350,000. So 14 more grand between now and the end of the stream.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, my legendary warrior. I love her.
Nice.
I was so brokenhearted when I showed up to ZoloCon, and it was like, yeah, your general admission, they sold out like 2 hours ago. I'm like, no. But I'm blessed. I live on the East Coast. Quite a few conventions to try to make it out to. And Maryland Toy Expo's right here. I get the early bird. I camp out. I'll get it.
And it feels like they've been running it a little tighter, like bringing smaller numbers, because I remember last year, and I guess the legendary warrior didn't sell out at Toylanta. Is that the one where they were kind of opened it up?
Yeah.
But like, I feel like it was happening more often with the legendary barbarian last year, where, you know, there were shows where it just wasn't selling out, even without limits and stuff. So it feels tighter this year, which makes me hopeful that the end of year in stock sale might be a little more.
I thought Jeremy already said that they held more back for the end of the year this year for this.
Yeah, that's good.
They said it was it was basically the exact same production run of Legendary Warriors versus Legendary Barbarians. But I'm pretty sure he said that they held back more for the end of the year.
And they're doing fewer shows this year too.
Right. Yeah, it took me like up until about like a month and a half ago to realize like Joe Fest wasn't on the list this year, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yep. They went to ChrisCon last year. Well, this year it was a conflict. There was MuskeeCon, but you know we had a ChrisCon event that they couldn't get to.
Again, I'm glad they're still doing Maryland Toy Expo, because it's like the you know, it's a street team, but they're showing right up to my door. Easy. I get there. Connor likes going. Connor talks about Jesse a bunch. He's like, "Are we gonna go see your friend?" I'm like, "Who? The one with all the hair?" "Oh, yeah, we'll go see Jesse."
Who's here, by the way, and Trevor's here as well.
Yeah,
showed up. And Brett, Brett's not here. I'm excited for Shop the Curiosity. That's like, of all the shows, that's a smaller one, and I could see that being one where they were like, okay, we're not going to do that one, and I'm glad they're still doing it because that's such a great show.
I wanted to address Brian Carr said the Legendary Barbarian had very loose limits at Zolo this year. This year it was Legendary Warrior 1 per day. They don't have them all. They didn't get them all before the show started, so they had to have them shipped over, expressed over rather than coming on the way that they normally do. So they didn't have as many.
I also appreciate that Bill is showing us how much he pledged. So,
it's all good.
Wow, Bill, you made me feel better.
I'd have to log out.
He said it earlier. It was over $1,400. Yeah,
everybody here is pretty much higher than me, anyways. So,
not me.
I am.
Not me. I'm on the low end. I'm still on the low end, but things are still changing.
Yeah. So 1.336. So we need 14 to get to 1.35, or less than 14 now.
and 23 minutes. Let's go, peoples. And backers keep going up. 3,026 right now.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So
I'm loving
it.
It's
gonna steadily just move all day and then accelerate.
Yeah. Tell your friends,
because you got to figure
your mama.
Like the rough spot is pretty much where we've tread at this point. You know, like the wee morning hours, the overnight. That's going through now. Throughout the rest of the day, more people are going to wake up. More people are going to be checking it out.
The rough spot was me staying awake during Euro Legions as they read to me for an hour and a half. That was
Look, at least you were, in that. I'm like having nicotine fits outside. Like, I kind of hope they don't send me the link. I want another cigarette. I need a stimulant right now. Not that what they were saying was, boring by any standards. I love how in depth they got with their character backgrounds and everything.
Fucking Mal, he collaborated with AI, which meant that he gave AI a name and then it wrote like a 30-minute story.
It's a pretty cool story, though.
It was like a straight up novelization, and I'm all for it. All for it. Let's go.
There's one thing we can't, we can say about the AI Chat GPT is that no shortage of words to spit out on those things, and I get them a lot because my students do them.
He says it was an excellent collaboration.
Absolutely.
And see, I thought the character generation was just going to be rolling their stats and picking their class. No,
that's
what I was expecting.
You know?
Yeah,
Mal comes dropping in with this War and Peace shit, and
I wasn't told anything.
Damn,
I just saw the thumbnail. The thumbnail said Adventure Party. I'm like, cool. We're going to talk about what kind of characters for Mythic Legions we would put in an Adventure Party. This is going to be very interactive and fun.
Like Joe was saying on session 0.
No, it's like, Curtis, sit here and listen to us read for an hour and a half. Okay.
I mean,
I'm glad I had my druid gal that I generated the other day, because that was a fun little thing. And then I went from thinking of a thing to Googling a name to finding an image to getting all the figures in line at Toylanta to building the figure in my hotel room that night. So that was fun. And then I rolled the stats.
Vandal, you're absolutely right. When John started talking, I had to turn my volume up 20 notches.
Did I see Vandal say they're from Chicago?
I don't know. But John starts the Your Legions podcast like this, and it's like, okay,
those guys get me every week because I listen to it at work, so I have to turn the volume way up to hear over the equipment and machinery and stuff. Then I'll switch to YouTube when their show is over and like blow my eardrums out with like a normal volume.
Try listening to the enablers when sometimes Xavier is so quiet. So you crank it up to hear him, and then one of the other guys talks, and it's like,
Megs, they were absolutely great stories. It didn't matter what kind of story it was. At 2-3 o'clock in the morning, I can't stay awake being read to. Like that's I will fall asleep more being read to than if I was reading myself. So,
as a matter of fact, Megs, the stories were too good.
There you go.
I'll now feel bad about myself every time I make a character because
I felt very inadequate.
Yeah, I'm a rogue who likes punching horses. There's my backstory.
That is an excellent backstory. I love it. I want to know more.
Look, my Yagualian ranger thief. I run around and I steal all the cheese of Mythos so I can catch all the figure obscura mouse
Rat Kings.
Yeah.
There you go.
Trevor, I could totally see that. John being like, welcome to the Masters.
He does play a lot of golf, so he gets a lot of practice being quiet.
Gotta get the snaps in, folks. No clapping, just snaps. It's a fair hit on the green.
Oh, that's great.
And he's eyeing it up.
SDL is going to be 2 hours of me complaining about Pat McAfee. Who's Pat McAfee?
Wrestling.
Well, wrestling. He also does football, sports, and
he was the punter, right? The punter for the Colts for a long time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now he's got a talk show. He has Aaron Rodgers all the time. They're good buddies, and yeah.
I'm from Baltimore. The Colts barely exist to me anymore.
That was a long time ago. It was.
Yeah,
get over it.
It was 41 years ago.
You've
to be exact. Okay.
Calm down.
I had my fill of Aaron Rodgers living in Wisconsin. I'd rather go back to the good old Brett Favre partying days.
The Favre. Gotta have the Favre.
I guess I should probably start getting out the link for the next show.
Jeremy should probably be waking up.
Yeah, he should be popping in any second so that he can catch both.
Yeah.
What a brilliant strategy.
Pretty good.
I'm going to have to get some coffee set up here in a little
bit.
Some serious
part of what I was doing. I just took my morning meds and made another pot of coffee.
No, it looks like he just saw the link for Bill's show.
There you go. Nice.
He should be coming soon.
Oh, hi, Rick. The Ravens have more than made up for it. I just still like to give the Colts shit. Look, I worked for Mayflower, all right? I got shit for the Colts leaving, and I wasn't even old enough to work at Mayflower when they left.
I grew up at Oh, you guys are talking Chicago.
Yeah. I spent so much of my 20-year sentence in Wisconsin popping down to Chicago. It was just hop, skip, and a jump from a Midwestern standpoint to go down there. Unlike the East Coast where, you go 180 miles, you're 4 states away. Wisconsin to Chicago, it was 180 miles, but I could do it in 2.5 hours. Almost like clockwork every time until you hit Chicago. And then traffic, and it's all.
I drove to Chicago once, and I remember I was like, man, we made such good time. We just drove straight through, and we made such good time. And then we get to like some bridge near Chicago, and it was like
the Skyway
hours.
The Skyway takes you right down 90 into the Dan Ryan, and oh God, avoid the Dan Ryan, and then you got the Kennedy outbound on the north.
And we, it was like a half hour takes 3 hours at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Jeremy.
Like clockwork.
Yeah. I have a question for Jeremy that's kind of off topic, and I've been meaning to ask him this in person, but what better time than now? Recently, I was watching a Netflix documentary, and you grew up in the Providence, Rhode Island area, correct?
Yes.
Did you watch the documentary about the apartment in the mall?
Yeah, and I knew about it. Like,
I want to see.
Thoughts?
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy what they did. I mean, when that all went down in Rhode Island, it was just like a very surreal thing, but it's also very indicative. Providence is a very weird place. It was very much a Providence type story. So yeah, I watched the documentary recently, and it just kind of provided some additional insight and context and footage, of course, of all of that. By the way, for anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, there's a very large shopping mall in Providence, Rhode Island called the Providence Place Mall. And when they built it, they had to get rid of a bunch of like housing and stuff to do it. And Providence is a very artist focused city. So it displaced some artists, and there was a group of artists that thought it would be funny to live in the mall. And they had no plan. They went to the mall, and they were basically like, yeah, we're just going to stay here. And one of them remembered during construction seeing like an area they were building that he couldn't figure out exactly how they were going to use it. So they went looking for that area, and it's basically just a space between spaces. And they found that there was nothing there. It was just in like a fairly large alcove type area that was unused. So they absolutely moved in. Like they moved furniture and everything in there.
Brick cinder blocks up that ladder.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally moving couches up a ladder. So they lived in this space in the Providence Place Mall for a couple of years. And they would invite other artists over, like from overseas and stuff. And that's eventually how they got caught, was somebody who was there basically said something, and they were eventually all caught, and they were all banned from the mall. But it's crazy that people had an apartment in the shopping mall in a void for years.
Wow.
Yeah. PlayStation couches.
I'm dying to watch that.
Oh, you got to watch it, Bill. Thanks for that, Jeremy. I wanted to get your take on it as a native.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird thing. It's funny. Rhode Island is often known for either very bizarre or very unfortunate things. Thankfully, this one falls under the bizarre category.
Bizarre is not bad. Bizarre is good.
So in all fairness, I have been awake for a little while, but I had to take care of all the animals at the house first. So I'm not getting right up to come on there. I've been up for about 40 minutes at this point. But
well, that beats Bill. Bill had about 5 minutes from bed till being online.
I almost missed it, man. Oh my God. I had set my alarm for 4 and for 4:30 as a backup, and neither of them went off. And I woke up at 4:50.
Oh, geez.
And I had to be live at 5. So I'm like thirsty. Like I need some water. Like I had a little bit of water, but like I need some coffee and like.
Meanwhile, I made bacon. Darla just got me a coffee.
I just knew that, like, okay, at 7 o'clock, I can go do all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. These little 2-hour blocks, while they've made my life more difficult because now I have a lot more shows I have to pop into, I think that it's a great idea to kind of change it up every few hours, and it gives those hosts a very specific period of time to kind of program.
For sure.
Well, we're going across a lot more channels this year than last year. So, cool. It really worked out well that it's short blocks with that. Just overall, it makes timing great.
Yeah. Didn't you have a 4-hour overnight shift last year?
Me? I mean, that's the typical length of one of my streams anyway on a Saturday night. But the difference was I was doing it. What was it last year? Sunday I can't remember. No, it was still Saturday into Sunday last year. But yeah, I mean, our typical streams are like 5 to 6. That's the typical length of a clubhouse.
But you've done a couple charity ones where you've done like 24 hours and stuff too. Because I had to hit you up last year before we did the Dragon one because I was like, hey, what am I in for?
Well, that was when I gave you that very helpful advice of don't let it go over 12 hours on YouTube for a single stream, or there will be no replayability unless you pull it, divvy it up, and then re-upload it. Right. And if you've ever tried to upload a video of any serious length of time, that could take almost a day.
Yeah.
So trying to do more than 12, like a 12-hour block into that. But yeah, I've done quite a few charity streams where it's like 24 or 36, like for the Toys for Tots one that we've done before. So, but the one I'm most known for is the 24-hour San Diego Comic-Con one, because I only get like a 2-hour break on that, and Ed gets a 2-hour break. This year it was a little bit easier though, because I had more people that could control the channel this year, so that helped.
Is that the one that I popped in and Bud had the like 3-hour Masters of the Universe slideshow?
The ninja, it was. Yeah, it was.
I'm like, you're trying to keep people up for 24 hours, and this dude's got a 3-hour Masters of the Universe slideshow. Holy shit.
Fortunately, there's that built-in Masters of the Universe fan base, so it wasn't too bad. And then, we had like the G.I. Joe fans. It was when we started going on about the Ninja Turtles stuff that we started to really like lose people.
That's awesome.
What's Jeremy playing with? I think I see a space monkey.
It's Cog.
Oh, just Cog.
Yeah. Yesterday, my Cosmic Legions Ox Crew 2 got here, and if you saw the post that I made, I kind of
something in the background.
Had these in the background.
Can you show the box?
What's up?
Can you show the box? Like, just let's see. And then
it looks even better.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
So I mean,
sweet.
If you know the original, I got Thanos too. If you know the original Faden boxes that they used to come in, these were very much based on those original Onel design Faden boxes. We wanted, every Infinite Legions is going to be slightly different in terms of packaging. This kind of side photo is the anchor. So when we were doing this, Eric said, I want there to be something consistent through all of the Infinite boxes project-wise. So even though there's going to be a very different art style for all of them, that'll be the anchor. So these are what I'm most excited for, but I'm kind of playing it like, okay, Ox Crew's coming in first for everybody, so I'm going to open those, and then these should start shipping as soon as the Ox Crew ones are done. So we'll probably start seeing these go out within a week.
Sweet.
My Ox Crew 2 singles are out for delivery right now. My all-in showed up yesterday. Shipping team is absolutely crushing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, we say it all the time, but it cannot be said enough. What Cookie's been able to do in a leadership role with that warehouse and how his entire team has responded is nothing short of phenomenal. Because a lot of people coming into the community now and the company now as fans, they may not remember. I mean, there were massive shipping problems back in the day. And it was because it was literally like Eric, Jim, Cornboy, and Cornboy's like son that were shipping these things. You know, a wave would come in and the company was so small, they would all stop what they're doing and try to get all these shipments out. And the company wasn't set up to do that. Like there was a level of success that came very, very quickly that from a fulfillment standpoint, the company wasn't ready to meet. So they tried a few different things and they made some leaps forward, but really bringing Cookie into that role has very much transformed it. And now that we're in the new warehouse, it's night and day in terms of the level of efficiency. Curtis has jumped off, but I know Curtis is, into process and fulfillment and stuff like that. I took him through the back room of the old office and he was like stunned that we could get anything done. He's like, it's just chaos.
Cookie's in heaven right now.
Yeah. So when he sees the new location, I'm sure he's going to appreciate the level of organization that we've been able to introduce with the new office. Yeah. I haven't even been in the new studio with it working. I was there. I was in the group that was amongst the first to go into the building and see it initially, and certainly in all those early negotiations. But once we signed the paperwork and construction began, that all fell after kind of Legion's Con. And I haven't been to the studio in a while because I've been so busy traveling with other stuff. So next week, when I go down to New Jersey for ToyCon New Jersey, it'll be the first time that I'm working out of that office.
Yeah. Well, I took the liberty of sending a treat to be delivered to the folks on Monday for a little power boost to help them through the week. So
absolutely, I'm sure they'll appreciate that. Thank you.
Speaking of ToyCon, Jeremy, did you see that?
I did.
Joe sent me
Highlander.
Did. Yeah,
I did. I haven't seen. Have you posted a review? I saw.
Yeah, it's there now. Yep.
Because I saw the picture of him with the Green Knight armor. But I haven't seen the review yet. So I gotta catch up.
I recorded the video, uploaded it, published it, and I had said I misread the site and it said it had the Marriott, it had the Hanover Marriott, but that's just for booking rooms. And I put in in the video, I was like, go to the Hanover Marriott for ToyCon New Jersey. So I had to re-record that, and then I had to delete the video and then re-upload the video. But it's good now.
Yeah, he booked because ToyCon New Jersey it's typically more of a local kind of event where it's unlike Legion's Con where people travel in from all over. They don't get as much travel for ToyCon, but this one with the exclusive and everything, he's expecting a little bit more traveling type audience. So the idea to call the Hanover Marriott where we do Legion's Con and just kind of say hey, can we get a room block? It'll be kind of a nice little slice of Legion's Con, a number of months early for everybody that's coming down to Legion's Con. It'll give us all a central place to hang out and everything.
Awesome. Yeah, that's cool. I don't think I can make it down, but I wish I could.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. He's over the last few years, he's added a lot to ToyCon New Jersey in terms of family entertainment. He had live wrestling last year, and it's all great stuff, but it kind of took away from the toy show aspect, because none of that stuff is free to add. So all of that had an impact. And I mean, it took up floor space that could be filled by toy vendors. So this one will be a great show because he's kind of going back to the basics, and he's really focusing on it being a toy and collectible show. So I've always loved ToyCon New Jersey. I have a very soft place in my heart for it because the earliest shows I went to be at the Four Horsemen table were ToyCon New Jersey. So that's April 18th and 19th. And I absolutely can't wait.
Same.
Sweet. And we are at 7, so I don't want to, overlap too much with the next show, which is Shooting the Shelf. So head over to the Shooting the Shelf and check that out. And we'll all be jumping over and shifting over to there. I'm going to get a little snack, but I'll see everybody over there. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. And until next time, may the force be with you.
Follow me into the door.